Hello and welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I'm Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. Right now we're covering ATP, Shanghai, the Masters, 4th round, day 1. So get into the comments, let me see what you're playing for the matches coming up in a few hours, and keep your eyes peeled for my pinned comment if you'd like to play along with what I will be playing. Alright, if you do like the breakdowns of these matches, please give the video a like. It goes a long way. And if you'd like to get my picks as soon as I upload, go to the pinned comment, just get it and leave. You can subscribe. It's the fastest way to get my picks, honestly. But if you are feeling generous for any type of success that you get from this channel, there's a link in my pinned comment if you'd like to donate, as well as a link to my free Discord if you'd like to join that as well. Been having a great weekend in there. It was just my birthday. A lot of fun in there. Appreciate everybody that did donate and just show love for me over the weekend. It's been great. But with that being said, what are we looking like? I didn't have a video for you guys yesterday. I told you, my birthday weekend. I was bound to fuck up somewhere. Didn't have the time to make it. But if you were in my Discord, I did have a play or two for you guys. We took Yuri Leheshka to win in straights last night, and we took Lerner T in money line. We took a few other things too. So just get yourself involved if you wanted to get some extra money. If I don't put up a video, now you know that if I don't put up a video, I can still provide you picks if you were in my Discord, my free Discord. So make sure you join there so you can have access to everything I play, even if I don't have time for a video some days, because that will happen. But anyway, we didn't have anything outside of that. We only got about 4 matches today, so we can just really just get into that. But we took Zizou, Bergs, and Sinner last match, and Sinner couldn't do it for us, so I'm off of him. But anyway, we'll move on. First match is going to be Gabriel Diallo going against Zizou Bergs. And call me crazy, but did they play on the grass earlier this year in Den Bosch? Or am I tripping? Am I tripping? Hold up. All right. Yes, they did. They played in the final. It was 7-5, 7-6. Diallo won. He's won all 3 times in a row on all 3 surfaces. The last time they played on the hard court was the most successful time Zizou had against him in the Vancouver Challenger. Went to a 3-setter, but Diallo won still. The matches are pretty close when they play. The spread isn't like too crazy between the two of them. But Diallo has only had to play 2.5 sets so far. Bergs is at 6.5, so just off the freshness of legs, the very freshness of the legs, I'm going to lean Diallo. He's only minus 186, and I feel like this Zizou that we've been seeing, the one that's been able to like more or less play the way we expected him to earlier this season, he's doing it now. Then we have Diallo, who's kind of been a bit wishy-washy. If you wanted to go for the over here, I don't blame you. If you wanted to go for Diallo's over, I'm not mad at you there either. I would more so lean on just taking the Diallo money line. It's going to be a bit of a sweat, I feel. If you do take it, I could be wrong, but I feel like it's going to be a bit of a sweat. Even more of a sweat if you take his over. Zizou's over is even money. In my mind, it makes sense to take the Diallo money line. Zizou under games. Diallo over games. Maybe over 21 total. I at that point, I don't know. But Diallo for a set is minus 475. It's not really even a parlay piece. Parlay pieces are like minus 300 and above. So, at least to me. So I'm probably going to bite the bullet and go with Diallo here, but I'm not ironclad, like fully sure that he gets it done. Might have to look at the highlights again to see how well I'm convinced. But we'll move on. Our next match is going to be Giovanni and Mpetshi Perricard going against Holger Rune. And what do you guys want me to say now about Taylor Fritz? I like the guy. I'm not shitting on him. So please stop coming at me like in my comments and in my Discord like I hate Taylor Fritz. I don't hate Taylor Fritz. I just don't understand why or how he's gotten to this position like this season. Like he should have dropped rank at this point. I just don't get it. How did you lose in straight sets to Giovanni and Mpetshi Perricard, Taylor Fritz? Bro was so tired in the match. They were both winded. So, I mean, that was my only takeaway in Gio's last match. He looked tired as fuck to beat Taylor Fritz in straight sets. If it would have gone to a third, Taylor Fritz probably would have retired. Gio probably would have caused enough mistakes on his end to lose as well. So, it was a great match, but damn, Taylor Fritz, what the fuck? Yeah, then we have Holger, who hasn't dropped a set either. He's been looking good. I think Taylor Fritz was just too tired, bro. But, yeah. Gio had 12 aces. So even though on this slow ass court he has been hitting pretty hard. Gio is 12-12 so far this season. He beat a 31-12 player. This is ridiculous. But now he's going against a 19-9 record player this year, which is going to be Holger. And Holger does have just a 1.05% win rate over Gio on the hard court, but Gio's going 20-20 this season. Holger's going 33-20. If you think he's going to get a set, take him for a set, but I think it's going to be probably a straight set win for Holger Rune. So, I'd be truly flabbergasted if he loses. Every time they play each other, there's a first set tiebreak. They played last year in Basel and in Toronto this year in the second round. But it's getting to around the time of last year where we've seen Gio play this well again. So that is the one thing I'm a bit worried about. He is snapping back into the form that he was as good in last year. And the spread is at 3.5. He won by 3 games last time they played. And the game that he won at least. So last October, Gio won 7-6, 6-4. I would go for the first set to have a fuck ton of games in them. But there's been very, very few matches in this entire tournament that have had a tiebreak. Just because of how slow the courts have been. People are just getting broken, and then like whoever's just better on that court that day is holding a bit better. But if they're both pretty shitty, then like they'll both drop crazy big sets. Like there'll be like a 6-2 set, then a 6-3 set that they give up. But we haven't really seen a lot of like tie breaks in the first set. As it's been getting more competitive, we've been getting a bit more. Like in the third round, they're going over 9.5 games. I would really like to think that it happens in this one as well. It's minus 360. Oh wait, no. It's minus 380. That's ridiculous, man. So you can take that for a parlay piece or take Holger for the money line. I'm probably gonna go Holger here. Surely, it was just Taylor Fritz. It can't be Holger too. It can't be Holger too. I refuse to believe that, honestly. We'll have to see. All right, our next match is going to be Munar going against Novak Djokovic. And we will not have to spend too much time on this one. They've played once before, 7 years ago, on the clay. Lost. Munar lost in straights. And it was quite close. He lost by 5 games and a Grand Slam. So, 7-6, 6-4, 6-4. That's not terrible to lose by Djokovic, but Munar's a bit more fit, right? Like a bit more agile, but Djokovic does benefit from the 2 days, from the day break here. Does Munar take a set off Djokovic? Does he? Munar's 15-10 this season. ATP wise, this is the best season he's had on a hard court. The most wins he's had professionally. And then we have Djokovic, who's 19-6. He's got about 35% win rate over Munar on the hard courts. So, as we've seen with Taylor Fritz and Gio, that might not fucking matter all the time. So just keep that in your mind as well. Just keep that in your mind. I would like to think that Djokovic gets it done in straights, but something tells me that Munar might cover a crazy spread. And I like rooting for Munar. Plus 6.5. Come on, bro. Like, be so fucking for real. 6.5 is minus 330. What? What? That should be crazy when they don't hit those, right? Because it's like minus 330 to hit that spread, but if he doesn't hit it and Djokovic hits his, it's plus 210. God damn. Talk about feeling bad for being wrong. But anyway, minus 180 for the plus 5.5. I don't know. Has Djokovic beaten anyone that convincingly this tournament? No, he hasn't. So maybe it is the plus 5.5 we could take for Munar. Just maybe. When they did play, the one time they played on a clay court, and this court moves more like a clay one than anything. It's been 7 years though, so it doesn't really matter. So, I would like to think that Munar can cover the spread, but Djokovic is going to probably win in straights. And our last match to be covering for this evening is going to be Valentin Vacherot going against Talon Griekspoor. And who saw that coming? No Sinner, no Alcaraz. Now we just got Joker. No Sinner thanks to the 2 sets he had to play against Talon Griekspoor, where he popped his chest out and retired. We'll see how long he's out for. But then we have Vacherot, who has been chilling as well. He bageled Thomas Mahach and then 3-1'd him, and he retired after beating Bublik in 3 sets. I don't give a fuck, bro. Talon Griekspoor took a set off Yannick. Yes, that's impressive. It is. I think Vacherot can get a set on him, though. And honestly, I think he might beat him, too. If you can beat Mahach and Bublik, then you may have been in the form to beat the Griekspoor that is in the form of beating Yannick Sinner, which he wasn't. Yannick just got hurt. He took a set off of him. So, there's people that have been able to take sets off Yannick all the time, right? And we don't really look at them too crazy. Munar, he ended up losing to him. Terrence Ottman ended up bageling him. So, those people, if you put them against any other people, they're not really gods. They had to god up for the match against Sinner and got a set. So, with that being said, I do think that Vacherot is kind of playing a bit better. Check your highlights out and see who you fancy more. Griekspoor did play a great match. I was half asleep. It was my birthday when that match happened, and I was like in bed or on the couch looking at the match, like half asleep. So he kept in it. He stayed in it. I'm just so surprised that he kept pushing the game further and further. I don't know. The biggest takeaway after that Griekspoor match is that Yannick Sinner is no longer respecting the coin. He no longer is. He doesn't respect the plays that we have, friends. Carlos seemingly is the only one that cares about us making this money off this tennis. So that's what we're gonna put our hope into it when we need to. But that is everything I have. I don't think Taylor Griekspoor should. I don't think he will win, but he should win. I think Vacherot is probably the one that can get it done. But that's because I want to think that. I want to think that. It does seem like it, though, on paper. Just because you've been able to beat Jensen Brooksby. You've been dropping a set to everyone you've played, Griekspoor. So I think that Vacherot is the one that should be able to do so as well. All right, and that does close out everything for today. A pretty short video, but I want you guys to get a good look at what I'm playing. Check the pinned comment, keep your eyes peeled for it, and tomorrow we'll be back with another one, all right? Thank you again to all those who gave me birthday wishes. Thank you for those that subbed to the channel. Thank you for those that are just here to watch and just enjoy the video. I really appreciate everyone, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, all right? Peace.